Hello and good morning and welcome to Spotlight. I've been covering my clients, as their schedules allow, and so I'm so excited to be able to have a conversation with my guest for today. It's one thing to say you're a mom coach, and so it automatically means only moms are going to come. But this guest is so extra special, as you've seen through the headlines and the posts that I've made as I advertised today's conversation, and I said he's a dad who did my program. And so I can't wait for you to meet Kevin, for you to listen. If you have a brother, you have a husband, you have a guy in your life who you've been pushing towards growth and you've not been able to use the right words, I hope that you can invite them, whether it's on YouTube at the Audacity Mentor or in my Facebook page, also the Audacity Mentor. I hope that you can be able to convince them to come in so that they can listen, be inspired, and know to take that bold step that you've been requiring of them. So I'm very, very happy. And before I even invite Kevin to come and speak with us, allow me to just introduce myself so that you can get to know who I am. I know that there are many friends of Kevin, his people who work with him, maybe clients, family that are joining us today. And it would be nice for you to know who it is that's hosting him. And so today we are doing Spotlight on Kelvin Wanjala. I hope that you're going to enjoy that. And so my name is Wairimu. I am a Christian-based mom mindset and life mentor. I'm also an author, and I work with moms who are prioritizing their personal growth. And it's interesting because they have a dad. And I've become open-minded to those 1, 2, 3 people who feel they don't care about whether I'm a mom coach or not. They just want the results that my moms get. But I know I've been called to work with moms who want to grow, not moms who are being forced to grow, but moms who want to grow and they want to build bankable personal and business brands that help them design a life they desire that God approves, and they do not have to compromise their faith or family life as they are doing this. So if you're a mom, you're ready to grow, you're a mom who wants to build a bankable brand, which means that you're paid to be who you are, whether it's in a business setup, in a career setup, maybe you're just exchanging your skills for an income, as long as you want to be paid for the person that God created you to be, and that you do this in a God honoring way, and you do not have to compromise what you stand for and your family life, then I'm the coach that you should work with. And like I said, I am an author. My book is called Wired Weird. And it's just the story of how I was able to discover God's cues, clues, and calling through my story. That you get to see as you investigate your story from when you were little till now. You actually see that it's almost like joining the dots. I call it God orchestrated. It's like music, like the notes just add up. You actually notice that nothing has happened to you by mistake. Everything is God orchestrated. And what happens is, as you're reading my book, you start thinking about your own story. So as you finish my story, you've also reflected through your own story, has been the powerful feedback that I've gotten from those who've read my book. It's also an Akaba winning book, which is an African Christian Authors Book Award I won last year. After being nominated, and so it's not just a book that I am saying is good, it's a book that judges sat down and were able to rank me as the top in my category. So please pick up this book. If you're in Kenya, you want an autographed copy, DM me, reach out to me, or if you want to just buy an online one, Nuria Kenya has my book, and the Akaba, also CLC Kenya has my book. And so if nothing else, if you'll not come for my programs, at least start with the book. It's still helpful because it does the same thing that I do in the program, which is getting, for you to understand what I call your odd factor, or the way God wired you weirdly, but for his purpose. So if you haven't picked up my book, I would really, really tell you to do that. So as you're coming in, please say hello. And I just want to define personal growth, and this is the definition we use in my class. That personal growth is an intentional and incremental inside-out journey towards a life of transformation and fulfillment. So part of the results that the moms see towards designing a life they desire is that they are personally transformed and they are moving slowly and slowly towards what they call fulfillment. And what we have learned through my class is just when you feel fulfilled, God just challenges you to another next level. And so you'll never stop growing until He calls you home or He comes back. But personal growth has to be intentional. As you're going to listen to Kevin, taking a program with me who coaches mothers, it's unintentional. It's you who says, you know what, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be something that will fungia me from growing. And it's incremental. You actually notice, and those around you actually notice that there's something happening to you, start glowing. I call it the glow of growth. You start noticing some joy that just resonates from within because there's something that you're doing. You're getting to know yourself better. God is revealing more and more what He wants you to be and who He created you to be. And so when you hear us talking about personal growth throughout this conversation and others that I've had, it's based on this definition that personal growth is an inside out journey and it is intentional, it's incremental. And what happens as you go on is that you're transformed. You're never the same when you're investing in personal growth and you're working towards the life that is fulfilling to you, not to other people. You have to define what fulfillment looks like to you. And then just keep challenging yourself, get there. And once you get there, God will definitely challenge you a little bit so that you're always living on faith mode. Yeah, so I'm happy about that. So, like I said, my guest for today is Kevin. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy this conversation. I'm also looking forward to it, learning some things because now I'm not the teacher. Today it's just two friends having this conversation. Um, so I would like to welcome Kevin. How are you, Kevin?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Like I was saying, it's so nice to have this conversation. We have never met physically. We've just been
True,
buddies online, isn't it?
true, true, true,
Yeah, I
true.
think I think we need to change that so that we can be able to say we are for sure friends because we've met live, isn't it?
True. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe we start with the basics. Kevin, tell us about yourself, your family, what you do, so that as people are listening to you, they're listening to somebody they feel they know.
Yeah, true. Hello, everyone. This is Kelvin Wanjala. I'm a father of three children, a husband to one wife, and definitely I run two businesses so far. Right now, I run cocoa cleaning services, and at the same time, I'm running a home and office repair, which is basically cocoa cleaning services deals with residential, commercial cleaning services, fumigation services, mostly when you have pest control issues like roaches, bed bugs, and any other pest that might be affecting you, both commercially and in your homes. Also, apart from the pest control, we handle the upholstery cleaning, that is the cleaning of your sofas, mattresses, carpets, and also house cleaning, post construction cleaning. Basically,
Kevin, are you there?
you can check us out to learn
They're hearing you in little bits. So Kevin was saying he runs as he's coming back. He runs cocoa cleaning services, and please take down that number so that you can be able to reach out to him even as he's coming back. So in Nairobi, it's been raining. So our Wi-Fi, our electricity has been quite spotty, even mine. So let's just give him grace as he comes back. Yeah, there you are. We lost you for a little bit, Kevin.
yeah, sorry. I think it's been an issue with the network, but I think I'm okay
Yeah,
now.
it's okay. It's okay. So the last thing you said was the construction. You do the post cleaning
Yeah,
after
yeah, yeah.
construction.
Yeah. So that was basically touching on the cleaning services. That is, we do upholstery cleaning, post construction cleaning, house cleaning, post event cleaning, and also I mentioned that we have a Facebook page. The page is Coco Cleaning Services, which sweeps across all social media handles. We are on Instagram as Coco Cleaning Services. We are on Twitter. We are on LinkedIn. We are on TikTok, so you can check out our videos, see our previous work that we've been able to do. And definitely, I'm sure, and I know that you'll be inspired with what you have done. and will give us an opportunity able to serve you in the different space of the cleaning and the best control of your spaces. Also, we do home and office repair. This basically deals with uh, anything to do with office interior repairs, that is touching from the furniture, touching from the paint works, the tiling works, home. We also deal with the homes, that is furniture repair, home repairs, and soon introducing more services. So if you can find us on Facebook, basically we are on Facebook for the start with that. You can find us on Facebook. You will check us out and see what we are doing as we get to introduce more services and also uh, more products. Basically, we're dealing with furnitures at the moment. That should you need any part, any sort of a furniture for your house, for your office, you are going to see that.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. And that's, such passions are things you also confirmed as you were doing the program. You know that it's something that you've always loved from when you're young. So people don't have to go too far when they're thinking, what business can I start? It's things that you do with ease, isn't it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, with especially with the furniture. I think you were so passionate about that during class.
True,
I,
true,
I,
true. Like
I,
I'm like the thing that I think of all the things that I wanted to do, or the plan that I was planning to do in the course of the training or in the course of the class, it was
yeah,
mostly the furniture part was coming up so
a
many
lot.
times, and I
Yeah.
think it's a part that I should really consider and be able to take it with all the seriousness that I'm supposed to.
Yeah. And also that people can trust you in it because it's something that even if you're almost not paid, because that's part of how you know the things that God calls you to do, it's something
Mm-hmm.
that you truly, truly love doing and it's easy for you to do. It's not like the rest of us, the thing that God has called you to do is something, like I keep saying, it's in your face, like it's just here, but you're the last to know. Everybody else can recognize your talent. They even use you. Some people use you easily and they don't charge you. You're the last to almost know the thing that God
Mm-hmm.
has called you to do. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
today we are just doing a spotlight on you. So it's just about you. You've told us you're a dad of three. You're married to a lovely lady who allowed you to have class at night during family time. So please
Yeah,
give her
yeah,
hugs,
excellent. Mm,
and thank her because we took time off from family time so that we have class, although it's once a week for 2 hours. um
mm,
that takes a lovely partner to be able to allow you to do that, and I know we'll work with her one of these days. um
mm.
yeah, so let's first get that question out of the way before we get to know you more. Why did you use a mom coach for your program?
Actually, it's a question that I have found more from my wife. My wife was like, "Are you really sure you want to take a mom training and you're a dad? Like, is this something that you sure I can do?" Then I was like, um, "It's a thing. Mostly, it was it's the trainer, the coach, mostly was talking about personal development and growth." And I believe personal development and growth for a mom and a dad basically will be almost the same thing. The difference will only come in when you're trying to focus on more of what a man should be and what a man can do. But mostly when you want to grow, for you to understand or for you to reach out to the person who you truly are, for you to be able to kind of to discover who you are, then definitely I believe the rules or the laws on how that can happen applies to everyone or just applies across. So it is a
Yeah,
risk, it is a choice or is a chance that I decided to take. And definitely, I did not expect, I did not get in with 100% expectations of things that's supposed to happen. But
yeah,
with the little expectation that I went in with, it was surpassed. And
yeah.
at the end of it all, I am grateful that I took the risk and I took the chance. So it was a good choice that I had to make, or
Yeah,
that I
thank you.
had made.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was also second guessing myself, and people around me really laughed because they know I'm so strict. It has to be moms.
uh,
But
mm,
something happened.
yes.
Is that there's I always have clarity conversations before I engage somebody. And when we
Yes.
talked,
Mm.
the areas where you felt stuck are the areas I'm good at helping people unstuck. So
Mm.
I was telling you, okay, the areas you've described are the exact areas I help moms with. So if you're game, I'll also stretch myself as you stretch
Mm.
yourself, and we get to
Mm.
grow together.
Mm.
So I'm truly grateful for the way you grew me to see the male perspective as well.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and for real, we think differently, moms and dads,
Mm.
because you're thinking from a provider point of view, we are thinking
Mm.
from a nurturer. And although, I urge moms to also wear the heart of provider, be a partner, and let's bring home bread as
Mm.
well. Let's not just be eating the bread, we also need to bring home the bread. But you really opened my mind into how we as moms can also support dads, and
True.
why it's important for dads to invest in their growth. So the program you did is called Discover Your Voice and Calling. It was an 8-week program. um, when we talked, why were you stuck? Because the way you came to me is, you said you asked some in a group, do you guys know anyone, a life coach, somebody, and you were given my number, and that's how you reached out to me. What made you reach out for help in the groups that you're in until we were able to engage? What did stuck look like?
Um, well, basically, when we talk about being stuck or someone feeling like you're not at that kind of a space that you are, you look at yourself and you look at the things you want to do. You look at where you have been, and then look at where you're going. Then you realize there is a gap in between these spaces, or there's a gap in between these two places that are supposed to be. So you try to check, I had taken time. I taken time, I think I can say, 6 months, 6 to 8 months, and totally you trying out everything. You're trying out to put your mind on things. Nothing is coming through. You're trying to focus on a specific line of a thing, and nothing is really working out. I lost the power, or I lost the ability. Mostly, find other people call it the mojo, that that kind of a thing that you just find yourself. There are those basic things, or there are those easy things that you just find yourself doing them easily. It became kind of a tough thing to do. You cannot move anything in your life. Nothing is moving. You commanding anything. Like you feel like you're at a place where you're praying for something and it's like there's no God. You're trying to do things by yourself, it's not working. You having that kind of a strong faith to be able to manifest things come to happen in your life, but nothing is coming through. So I felt like there's a thing I'm missing. There is a part of me that I think I need to find, so that maybe I can be able to be a better person first of all, before even focusing on becoming a better dad. Because by I knew that by becoming a better version of me, definitely I can be a good dad. At the same time, I can also be a good husband. But if I that part was missing, I in slowly and slowly I was losing my touch as a father. I was losing my touch as a husband. I was losing my touch as a boss at work. I was losing my touch as a friend. So I totally fell out with almost everyone in my space because of being missing missing that part of Kelvin. But
Yeah.
definitely, I had to. I had people talk about, there are people who do personal coaching, there are people who do like you can sign up for a program, then someone can take you through a point where you can be able to find where you got stuck, take you through until you get out of that kind of a stuck situation. So I decided to check out and ask from the social groups which I'm involved in. And the one person just came out and told me, I know someone who might be able to help you. She does coaching. She was actually she helped me, or she took me through the coaching process, and I'll share her number. So she shared your number, and that's when now we picked up the conversation, and the rest is history.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I almost gave you numbers of other people to reach out to because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. So, you have some, before we continue, you have some congratulations. This is a fellow coach. She says it's uncommon for men to reach for help, and especially from a woman. I applaud you, Kevin, for making that move. Um, I think one of the things that I picked from our conversation, it wasn't about who is coaching you. It's just I'm stuck. I need an answer. I think that's what I picked from our conversation. It wasn't who. It was, yeah. I am here. I want to be here. How can I bridge that gap? Um, but thank you. You know that it was God ordained that we work together. Thank you for that. So there's also another one. Kevin Wanjala, congratulations on this. It's amazing to see a dad pushing to be the best version of yourself. And I think that's why I really wanted this conversation to be had, because I feel like sometimes dads assume things, just happen. They don't know that their stuckness injures their wives or their children, and they don't acknowledge. And what I loved about you is that you just acknowledged, I have big dreams and I need to take myself and my family there. But first, I have to sort myself, because you said you are missing Kelvin. That's what you've just told us, which I think is the whole point of personal growth. You grow first before you seek out those answers. Is you grow first. So,
Yes.
how was that process for you of finding Kelvin again, for lack of a better explanation? Which is what I keep saying. It's you and God doing the hard work for Him to expose Kevin again and the purposes for which He created you. How was that process and experience for you?
Sorry, I missed the question.
I was saying, part
Yes.
of what happens in the program is you found Kevin again, because you said you were missing Kelvin. So now that process was how was that finding yourself again?
Well, basically, when you undertake a journey, or when you take a journey from being able to find yourself, from what I learned and from what I got from the whole program was that it was a point where you have to you first of all have to reach out to the person who you were before you got lost. So you kind of try to find out, you feel stuck where you are stuck at point X. Then of course you are coming from you are going to point Y, then you're supposed to go to point Z, but you got stuck at a point. We cannot unstuck from where we are stuck. First of all, we have to go back to the person who we were, or the person who we have always been before. Then from there, now we can be able to focus on what's next now for the next steps. And taking the whole program, it was a point of where I learned, or I can't say I learned, or I remembered, or I got in touch with a very different person that I was before undertaking the program, or before getting stuck. The dreams, the aspirations, the purposes, and the kind of those things that I wanted to do, but I had forgotten about them as life went by. We get so much into life that we forget about all the things that we are passionate about to do, all the things that we dream of doing. Like a very good example is when we got to realize that I have a passion for furniture. I have a passion for woodworks. It's a thing that was gone. It's a thing that I think I had forgotten about it when I focused so much on building the brand for cleaning services. So I had let go of any other dream that I had as a child. But during the whole program, I think I got to discover more of the passions that I had, or more of the plans that I had for life and for the future before the point before getting stuck. So it was a journey, or it was a process of reconnecting back to the person who I was, and then now from there, putting up strategies, or putting up plans, and putting up steps that are supposed to propel me towards the future that I have always wanted for me, and also for my family.
Yeah, because I think that's the point is, when we say stuck, we don't, it's not that, it's like you're muted more or less and you want to unmute yourself. So it's not like you fought hard Because I think finding yourself has been so misused. It sounds like it's terrible, like you didn't know who you are, but that's not what it means. It's just you feel a little disconnected from the dreams that you have, and almost like, am I really capable? And so the process of rediscovering, like, how powerful you are, without adding anything, like, just as you are, you're powerful, and you can do the things that God has called you to do. So when I started today's conversation, I said personal growth is it's a transformative journey, and it starts on the inside. And I think for me, that's where the program adds value. Is it just allows you to go deep into who you are, so that then by the time you're unleashing your plans and the big things that you have, it's so easy. It comes with ease. Was that your experience?
Yes, yes, yes. It was basically that place. It was basically that time, or that time that I had to be able to rediscover again the person who I was, and also be able to reach out deeper for what I had or what I wanted to do. But because of life happening, and because of different circumstances and situations, I might have went off track, but this was definitely a thing that had to return me back on the track and to propel me to grow.
Okay. So
Yeah.
one of the things, what you've been saying, for the last, few minutes, is the importance for you of being a better spouse, a better parent, a better boss to the people who work for you. Do you have tangible experiences that, because I know who I am now, and I know what God has called me to do, I'm a better spouse in this way, or I'm a better dad in this way, or I'm a better boss in this way?
Yeah, true. There has been a positive change in all the aspects, but of course, you realize becoming a better person does not just happen once. Of course, it's a process that requires more input, that requires more work, requires more effort for you to create a relationship with people. Basically, also being that you are dealing with different people who have different emotions, different thinkings, and all that. So you have to find a way as a better boss, for example, finding out how you can get in touch with everyone who you are working with, understand them from their point of view, so that you can be able to be a better person, or you can be able to be a better leader unto them. So I can say so far so good. At least there is a change in
Yeah.
how I have been operating with people. I have I realized that I was more of a boss than more of a leader. So when I took the program, I've become more of a leader who is supposed to lead the team towards the success of a certain kind of a thing. Not more of a person who commands things to happen, but more of a person who guides on things supposed to happen. Also, this has improved or has made changes in my marriage. This has made a bit of great changes on my relationship with my wife. Also, made changes in my relationship with my children. And I can say it's a growth, it's a process, but so far so good. It is a positive change.
Yeah. And I need to say this for those who are listening now and those who will listen to the replay, is that
Yeah.
you get to discover these things on your own. While I'll provide a tool, at the end, if you don't do the hard work, you won't discover these things. But it's you sitting and really reflecting over and over. And then it's almost like a torch into, this is the area that you need to grow in a little bit more in your relationships. I love that you said you grew as a leader. I found that when I invested in my own coaching journey with my own coach, that was the biggest thing was felt at work as well, because now you're a bit more compassionate and gracious, because you realize, if I'm the boss and I was struggling a little bit, how can I lead them to also be the best capable versions of themselves? Because if they are the best versions, it helps me in my business, because then they show up for work with excitement, which means equals to better income, which means better family. That life that you want is easier to happen. So thank you for bringing that out. So one of the things I grew as a coach working with you is I think men are more decisive. Like there's no this is what I'm going to do after the program. Like very firm. Because one of the exercises I give is what are the possibilities that you can pursue beyond the class, and you name them and you start pursuing so that I can keep you accountable. I think I found that as a difference when I was working with you. Very decisive, very thorough homework. And I'm not bashing moms. I'm not saying we don't do homework. It was just a newer experience in that way. Coming very extremely prepared. I think as moms sometimes, and especially moms who have spouses, not single moms. I think single moms have the same cup of provider. But moms with partners, we are a little lazy. We're a little lazier because even if I don't grow, my husband is doing the hard work. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I enjoyed dealing with an 100% provider the same way I've enjoyed working with single moms, because there's no, if I don't do it, we'll do it, like that. So how would you encourage a fellow dad to grow, and also moms? Like you can also encourage moms, as long as you're stuck, you need to grow.
Actually, there's a favorite I don't know if it's a quote or it's a statement that I have always come across, and it says that you can never pour from an empty cup. Unless your cup has something in it, you can never be able to pour that. And that comes up to an additional part of if you do not heal from the wounds that are hurting you, that are harming you, then everything else around you will always touch on that wound, and it will always increase the pain. And we don't want to have a situation where you are a parent, you're a dad, you're a mother, you are raising a child who is a version of your pain, who is a passion, who comes out to be a version of your failure, if I can put it that kind of a way. So for you to become, or for you to raise a perfect, or for you to raise a close to a perfect person for the future, you definitely have to become the perfect version of what you want to create. So for you to make a son that is going to stand out there and become a great man, you must be a great man. You cannot be a broken man then raise a perfect man. You cannot be a broken mother or a broken woman then raise a perfect daughter. It can never work. So you have to find ways. Should you feel stuck, should you feel like you're missing out on something, or there things are not working in your life, you always have to find which is this that is missing, that is not making me to become a perfect dad, that is not making me to become a perfect mom, that is not making me to become a perfect boss, that is not making me to become a perfect friend, a perfect sister, a perfect daughter somewhere, because we are always in a relationship around us. And if we are in a bad state, or if you are a bad version of ourselves, then everything else and everyone else is always affected by us. But the hardest or the greatest person who's always affected, it's always you. So it's about perfecting me, then I can perfect everything else that is around us. So invest in that. Perfect yourself, then everything else will just flow. But if you're not perfect, and if you're not close to being a perfect person, then definitely everything else around you will always be imperfect. You will always fall out with people. You'll fall out with your wife, you'll fall out with your husband, you'll fall out with your children, you'll fall out with almost everyone who will come in contact with. Because the problem is not them. The problem is you. So once you solve the problem from within, you are able to find the solutions from without.
Yeah, that was powerful. About broken, if you're a broken man, then you will raise a broken man as well. There's a coach who took us through a parenting course, and he was saying we are raising future parents. So also to know, if you don't want your children's families to be broken, the change has to start from us. And so if I'm empowered as Wairimu, you're empowered as Kevin, the way you'll raise your three lovely children, you're raising them differently when you're aware, when you're self-aware, and then you're alert to your own challenges. Now you get to know yourself, you get to know where you're falling short. So you know, okay, this is the area I need to concentrate on in growth. Rachel says, a lemon produces a lemon. You replicate what is inside of you. So yeah, and I had this through a reel. Like if you squeeze a lemon, it's lemon juice that comes out, or an orange, it's lemon orange juice that comes out. So you can't complain that, I have orange juice and you squeeze the orange. So you can't say I'm
True,
raising
true.
children who are not responsible. You first do a check-in, which is where the inside out growth happens. So I love that. And also telling moms, if you want to see our daughters being empowered, you have to first empower yourself. And I think that's, we assume that, it's Wairimu being gifted. And while I'm gifted when I coach people, because I'm living out my calling, but the benefits forever are within you and also your children, the family and that you're raising. Because I've also noticed the same. My children have almost become counselors and coaches, mentors where they are, because they sometimes hear me teaching, and you can hear them encouraging somebody like that. So an empowered dad and an empowered mom can raise empowered children. We may not reach perfection because God is perfect, but you can work towards it to the best of our abilities and partnering with him. So as Kevin, what inspires you? What inspires you? Do you have a book that you love? Do you have a quote that you're constantly reminding yourself so that you stay inspired?
Well, I'm a lover of books. Actually, I kind of a read, so I cannot really specifically point out a specific book being my favorite. But I can say, so far so good among the books that I've read. I think I'll go with the 5 a.m. Club, which is a very nice book that I was reading actually during the time of our coaching, during the time
Yeah.
of our program. That is the book that was my current read by then. And
Mm.
I think I've read that book more than 6, 7 times
Wow.
repeatedly. Like you read until you don't get enough of this read.
Yeah.
I've read different books, several books on personal growth. I've read different books on financial development. I've read different books on business. And I can say 5 a.m. Club stands out to be one of my favorite books because it has a whole perspective of life. Like it covers your personal growth, it covers your financial growth, it covers your investment patterns. It's a book that at least I think it was made to bring out the person who you are and the person who you're supposed to be. And a favorite quote that I think I got from the book was it says, "If we could change ourselves, tendencies in the world would also change."
Mm.
Okay, so if we could change
Yeah.
ourselves, the tendencies in the
Mm.
world would also change.
Yeah.
Basically, as I've gone through the same quote, or as I've read through the same quote, and the way I have used it around things and around people, I believe everything else, and every single aspect about humanity lies about your attitude.
Mm.
If you change your attitude, depends. People change your attitude from positive to negative, negative to positive. If you change your attitude towards something, no matter what
Yeah.
it is, it will change towards the change that you're giving yourself. So if you kind of you change your attitude from being a negative attitude to a positive attitude and believe that this thing can be done, or this thing can happen, or this situation can change will automatically start coming. Or if
Yeah.
you believe, or if you have faith that this aspect of my life is going to go away and undertake a positive attitude or a positive mentality, it will just happen because it is not about the world changing towards you. It's about
Mm.
you changing first of all, and then everything else. The patterns of life will just pick up. So if
Yeah.
we change a thing about us, or if we decide to have that kind of a change within us, then definitely the change will be seen from
Mm.
every single aspect that you're supposed to be
Yeah.
in.
So Robin, he's pointing back at you, like what you want. You're the one
Yeah.
who can decide it. You're the one who can be the one who starts the
Mm-hmm.
process. Don't
Mm-hmm.
wait on another Kelvin or another Wairimu. You
Yeah.
be the one who starts the transformative change.
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
stop waiting, sitting and waiting for other people. We be the ones who step up the same way you did. So there's a comment here. Sorry, StreamYard is not picking your name. Thank you for the kind words that I'm a wonderful coach from experience. What was your experience working with me, Kevin?
Okay. I don't know. What can I say? Mostly, someone, I don't know, someone told me, or it's an audio I was listening to, but there's an audio which is talking about working with a woman. Mostly, women have a tendency of before or not being focusing more of a coach professionally, but they tend to introduce in their motherly nature or that kind of a thing of being more caring than being more of providing that professionalism. And I believe it was wonderful working with that. It was wonderful working in such kind of an environment because it was an environment of someone is listening, and this person is able or is willing to give as much advice, as much open advice throughout the whole program. So it was an amazing, amazing period to work with you. It was an amazing program that I believe we had done together.
Yeah. And I think one of the ways we connected deeply is because I've run a business for 20 plus years, and so in moments during the coaching we were digressing and going into things that you can do to build your business. I enjoyed that part of coaching you as well,
Yeah.
because I feel like when I started off, until I met my coach, when I started off, we had no coaches, so you just do this try and error. So it's nice when you have other people who've have gone through the pits, so that they tell you when you reach there, don't go through that route. So I also enjoyed like looking at your business a little bit more seriously and thinking of ways to expand it. And that's why I'm saying you are so, I think maybe that was also the fun part about us working together. It's
True.
also seeing you coming into sessions and saying, I've thought of another way to expand my business or to improve my business. So I enjoyed that as well, because I love growing brands. When I say I help the moms that I work with grow bankable brands, I think that part I really enjoyed with you, seeing you loving your business all over again and dreaming bigger for it and doing the hard work of going out into because you are working long hours, so that you're able to meet clients and things like that. So I'm very, very happy. So as we come to an end, I'll ask you to do two things. Um, Maybe number one is just to encourage people who are wondering what this coaching thing is all about. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, why must I do it? The benefits of being coached. And it's not, I would, of course, love people to use me as a coach, but assume, they don't want to use me. They want to use somebody else. The power of a coach. And then number two, just now invite people into your business and just close with that. Tell us about Coco and the home and office improvement business.
Okay. Well, I'll just again, I'll just go back to my previous comment on personal development and personal growth. And as I said, we are always in a relationship. We are always we are always having someone around us. If you're not having a wife, you're having a child. If you're not having a child, you're having a sister, you're having an uncle, an aunt, you're having a nephew, a niece. You are always surrounded with people. And the best way or the best state that you can live with the other people is being in the utmost good space of yourself, or being good in your utmost state of yourself. We talk about your understanding your energy, understanding yourself, understanding your power, being able that this is how far I can go. This is my limits. This is where I say no. This is where I say yes. This is where I get to climb. This is where I get to go lower. Understanding that it is a very good thing for you, first of all, and then for everyone else around you. If you're a boss, like you have people who are working under you, there's no way you'll be productive, or there is no way your team will be productive if you, as the head, you are not in the right state or to work, or in the right state to be able to be a productive person. So it is beneficial, first of all, understand or discover yourself, discover your abilities, discover your power, discover your strength, discover your weaknesses, discover your path, so that as you live or as you are growing, you are working, or you are working within your limits, within your powers, within your strength, and you are growing towards a specific type of a goal. But if you do not know yourself, then definitely you can never know what are your goals, what is your vision, what is your mission. You become just any other human being alive. You know, you're just living, like you're just alive because you're a human being. You're not alive because you have a purpose to achieve in this world. And living a purposeless life is one of the worst things that any human being can be in. Any human being. If you do not have a purpose in this world, then you don't have you you don't have reason to be here, because you are here for a season, and that season that you are here, you must make sure that at the end of the season there is something that you have achieved, or there is something that you have done. There is an impact that you leave behind, not for people but for yourself. Like you have lived an impactful life. If it's your impact as a ministry, like you are a pastor, you are a church leader, you can never be able to discover that. You can never be able to be able to do that ministry unless you know yourself. Because in knowing yourself, then you'll discover, this is my purpose, this is my work, this is where I'm supposed to be, this is my responsibilities, this is my roles, and all that. This is where I can work comfortably. This is where I can be able, this is where I'm not able to work. Like if you are in an organization, mostly I did HR in school. So when you are choosing someone to work at a kind of a department, that person is given that department because of their abilities. Yeah. This person is good at communication, so we'll give him a department that handles communication. This person is good with accounting, we'll give him a department that deals with accounting. But if you do not know yourself, you don't know who you are, then definitely it means that we do not know where to place you, first of all. If you have not discovered that, then even God, where He is, He does not know where to place you. Of course, He knows where you're supposed to be, but sometimes God waits for you to know, this is what I'm supposed to do, then He can be able to hold your hand and take you through there. But if you have not yet discovered that, there is no way that God will be able to come and carry you from point A and take you to point B. You have first of all to realize, I am at point A, I'm supposed to go to point B. Then now, God, here I am, take me to where I'm supposed to go. And everything else will just fall into place. You will meet different people, you will meet coaches, you will meet mentors, you will meet people who will help you in that kind of a journey. But if you have not discovered that, then these people will not come into your lives. So the first thing is discover yourself, put in the work. If you can find a mentor, if you can find a coach, if you can find a program that empowers or that helps you to discover yourself, take in that program, realize who you are. When you know who you are, then the rest of the things will be able to just work out an easy way. Of course, challenges will come in life. Those challenges are supposed to be a step, are supposed to be a reason for you to think, a reason for you to dig even deeper in yourself. Those obstacles should not hold you back or should not make you get stuck. But once you have been able to discover yourself, then you will know the strengths that I have, the weaknesses that I have. Should I find certain kind of a challenge, then how do I go about this kind of a challenge? Should I find this kind of a way? How do I be able to go through kind of that kind of a direction, or that kind of a journey that I'm supposed to be undertaking? So take time, invest in yourself, invest in your personal growth, invest in your personal development. It is the best gift that you can give yourself, the best gift that you can give to everyone else around you. First of all, if you're a married person, as a father or as a mother, this is the best thing that you can ever do. A best status of you, deep inside of you. First of all, if you really know yourself, then everyone else around you will have a very easy life to deal with. But if there is something that is not working inside of you, then definitely everything else around you will not work. It will always be chaotic, will always be chaos. You'll have chaos with every single individual that is around your space. So invest in yourself, put in the work, put in the effort, find someone, find a coach. Let it be a choice that you'll give, the best gift that you give yourself.
Yeah, thank
So,
you. About Coco, yeah.
Yeah, so about Coco Cleaning Services, we have been around. We've been around now. I think this is our seventh, eighth year in the business. We have been able to serve several clients. We have been able to deal with the worst type of pests. Mostly, there was a time I don't know, it was around 2012, in between 2012 and 2015, there was an outbreak of bed bugs. Of course, right now we have bed bugs around, but there has never been any outbreak of bed bugs like there was in that period between 2013 and 2015 in Kenya. It was quite heavy, but we dealt with that. We were able to restore sanity in people's homes. We were able to restore good sleep in people's homes because those things can terrorize you if you do not really if you're a person if you're a lover of sleep, then definitely you must have not slept on the same bed with a bed bug. That thing can deny you sleep if you allow them to. So we dealt with the bed bugs, which was one of our major challenging experience in the business that help us to propel in towards now focusing more on pest control services. We have dealt with roaches, we have dealt with bee control. Mostly bees are supposed to be found in the forest or supposed to be found in the hive, but sometimes they may decide to use your house as a place where they are doing their nesting. So we have dealt with bees from homes. We have dealt with bats which kind of get stuck in the ceiling boards. Um, we have dealt with all types of pests in the house, both interior and exterior. Rodents, which mostly they will destroy your documents, will destroy your farm harvest. If you are a farmer, definitely you must be having an issue with rodents, which are kind of get to disturb you. Then also we do cleaning services. Now, in the cleaning services, we focus mostly on a healthy environment for everyone.
Yeah.
We focus on dealing with bugs, dirt, and dust to provide a space that can be free or can be conducive for people to work, people to live, and people to play. Of course, life must have a space where you are playing in. And if you're playing in a dirty place, definitely you are attracting diseases. So what we come in, we ensure that we remove the dirt, we remove any sort of germs that might be coming in the way of your fun. We remove the dirt and we remove any kind of a dust that may be as an allergen to your life. We get rid of that so they can provide you a perfect conducive environment for you to call home, for you to call office, or for you to call a place where you can host your visitors, you can host your customers, and you can host your friends freely without any doubt. You know, there's a time where you get to, you're even afraid of inviting your friends to your house because the way you poured food on the sofa, or the way you poured tea on the couch, so your white sofa, it's now kind of a brown, or kind of have some patches of black and white. So you're like, I'm not comfortable having this around, or you are struggling covering up that stain. It's no longer we you no longer have to go through that struggle. We have solutions. We have cleaning solutions that are perfectly restores your sofas, restores your mattresses, restores your carpet. There is no amount of stain that is on your carpet that can't be removed. Should it be food? Should it be a drink? Should it be ball gum? Of course, children chew and sometimes don't even remember where the dustbin is and they throw the ball gum on the carpet. That can be removed. Your mattress has to be cleaned. Actually, I like to ask the viewers, when last do you clean your mattress? Because it's advisable that a mattress should be cleaned at least twice a year for
Really?
proper aeration. Then also, a mattress should be rotated on the bed. You're supposed to rotate your
Yes.
mattress on the bed.
Yeah.
When last did you rotate your mattress? When last did you turn around your mattress so that maybe it can evenly wear out? Also, cleaning it ensures that the sponge has enough air circulation. You need air because the more that mattress keep on becoming damp, or the more that mattress keep on with losing the air circulation ability, then it becomes a place where it now creates more warmth, creates a it creates
Mm,
an environment for pest breeding. And the biggest
mm,
pest that gets into the mattress is the bed bug. And once it
yeah.
gets into the sponge, creates an environment there for itself, it becomes hectic to control that. So consider that. Consider cleaning your mattress, consider rotating your mattress, consider giving your mattress time to breathe. Expose it into the sunlight or put it just somewhere to breathe, or consider having someone come to clean it. That aeration is very important for the growth, for it to be able to serve you in a proper way. So we
Mm,
deal with that in terms of home cleaning, in terms of commercial cleaning. Commercial cleaning, we are dealing mostly with offices,
mm,
warehouses, storage rooms, restaurant, hotels. Should you need a team or should you need a person to come to be doing your regular cleaning here and there, then you will definitely get in touch with us. For homes, we are all busy. We are all
yeah.
running a busy schedule that we do that rarely do we have time to clean our homes. So we also have scheduled cleaning services. So we have weekly cleaning services, we have monthly cleaning services, we have bi-weekly cleaning services. So you can have someone come in twice a week, do your cleaning when you're busy, or once a week, maybe
Mm,
when you are around home, or maybe you have so much a tight schedule that you cannot be able to manage to do your cleaning. We have someone who can be able to be coming over once or twice or even thrice a week to just handle your cleaning part. And that covers the entire house, including even your kitchen, your bedroom, your bathrooms, and everywhere else that can be covered in. Also, apart from the cleaning service, with doing what my coach tends to call my passion, which is
Yeah.
dealing with furniture.
Mm,
Um, we started off as a repair service provider, that is repairing broken furnitures, repairing broken aspects of a home. Maybe you need someone to fix your broken tile, you need someone to fix your broken sink, you need someone to fix your broken ceiling board, someone to fix your broken wardrobe, your broken door. So we were dealing mostly with the repair aspect of it. So recently, we have introduced furniture. So should you be looking for any wooden furniture, that is a chair, a bed, anything that is wooden, we are your go-to person. You can find us, and you can be able to order your customized type of a furniture for your home, for your office, for your restaurant, for any kind of a place it's supposed to be. Also, we deal with the interior and exterior types of furnitures, and you can find us on the numbers that are displayed on your screen, or you can check us online. Find me as Kelvin Wanjala, or find Home and Office Repair. Find us as Coco Cleaning Services on all social media channels. Thank you so much, Katie.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kevin, for taking time to talk to us about yourself, your growth journey, the benefits empowering yourself has had on your family, your business. And my prayer is that this encourages other gentlemen and it also encourages other moms because the coaching is the same. It's just the person saying, I want to grow and doing the
Mm,
hard work and then growing. And then you see the way you've been able to just really express yourself and just there's something that comes with growth that gives you confidence. I
mm,
also know that one day you intend to be a coach, a speaker of
mm,
encouraging people. I'm sure anyone who's listened today and those who listen after can tell that you have that
mm,
as
mm,
something that God will nurture in you. And I just pray for the best. I know you'll make a great coach to the younger men, the younger fathers that are coming after you. And
mm,
I can just wish you the best. And
mm,
for moms who are out there wondering about this program, just reach out to me, or you can also visit the site where you can read a little bit more about the course. But just the same way Kevin did, he reached out, we talked, I understood where he's stuck, and I said, this is the way I can be able to solve and see where he is now. So if you desire the same for yourself, because I'm a firm believer that the life you desire is within reach, step up. Imagine step up. There's joy in growth. There's joy in growth, and you keep discovering yourself, and you keep discovering God stretches you, but you have to cooperate with him. He can't do that by himself. He needs your hands, he needs your feet, he needs your mind. Allow him to work through you. So thank you, Kevin. Say a lovely, lovely thank you to your dear wife, for just supporting your growth as well, and your children. I know, like you said, a broken parent, broken children, but an empowered parent, empowered children. May your children, the dreams that you both have for your children, may they come to pass. So thank you for those who have stayed with us from the time we started. It's been an hour, and for listening to us. I pray that you've been encouraged, and you're not going to sit down and stay stagnant. You'll refuse to be stuck. You're going to say that I have a life that I want. I know there is a gap, but I can fill this gap. And if using a coach is the route that you want, I am here for you. I love this work. I love it so much. It's like Kevin and furniture, and also cleaning spaces. For me, I really love mentoring and coaching and helping people just understand the vision that God has for their lives and who He created them to be. So thank you so much. God bless you lots. And please remember to be unashamedly audacious and go after that life that you desire and that God approves. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Bye.